this new series that I'm going to call Red 101. This is going to be a beginner's guide to the Pokemon PTCGLive. As you can see, I'm on a fresh account, and I tried to record this before, so apologies that you're not going to get the entirety of the intro. But what we did here was we took the 9 starting decks and we randomly selected one of them, and we landed on Shenbao. And then we went to limitless.com and show it to you here. So we went to limitless.tcg.com. Okay, well that's not working, so that's just okay. And then we went to decks, and then we went Shenbao back over, and we scrolled down, and we took second from Indianapolis. So we're using the Grant Shen's list. And we were able to make this list on a fresh account without doing any games. And then now we're gonna start our ladder climb. And I'll get rid of the display capture. We're gonna start our ladder climb, and this is what I recommend new players to do, is you wanna play the ladder for a couple of reasons. One, once you get out of these things and get into a new league, you get a bunch of rewards, right? You get credits and you get gems. And then once you get 600 gems, you can unlock a premium battle pass here, right? And that's more free stuff you can get just for playing the game. Now, you can buy code cards and stuff, but you don't need to. You can unlock everything for free. So this indie POW deck, right, is a competitive deck that plays second in Indianapolis, which was just a week or so ago, a week or two ago, and so it's competitive, and we're able to craft it for free right off the bat with the starting decks that they already give us. So now my main objective is to climb the ladder here and get my premium battle pass, and then I'll show you some other ways that you can get some credits. We're going to do our first couple games here so we can get the battle pass, and I can explain, you know, how to get resources and how to use your resources, and what the best way to get credits and stuff are when you're starting out. So the nice thing about PTCGL is that, you know, it's completely free to play. You don't need to spend anything to get the meta decks. You don't need to spend anything to start playing. You can play with the starter decks too. You didn't have to go and build Shenbao. I just thought, as an example of a deck, you know, you can randomly select a deck and you can find a deck online at, you know, limitlesstcg.com for the IRL tournaments. Or if you want to look at the online tournaments, it's play.limitlesstcg.com. And you can just copy a list and import it. And then, you know, one of the things you have to be careful of is that when you import a list, if you have a different rarity of a card, it might not show it to you right away. So you have to, I'll give you an example after this game here, but you have to look at the rarities, and then sometimes you'll have the cards you don't have to craft them. So you got to be careful that you're not crafting more cards that you already have. Sometimes it's annoying like that. But when you're just starting out, spending a couple minutes, you know, swapping out card rarities to save your credits is pretty nice, right? Excuse me. I'm not exactly sure what the goal I want for this series. I think I'll try to explain my plays and, try to get as far as ladder we can. And then, maybe take feedback from you guys, see what you want to see if there's something else you think I missed, something that could be useful. So we're gonna place our Frigibacks. We're gonna use a nest ball to get a Chen Bao, I think. We're gonna use our lightning energy to retreat into a Chen Bao, so we can get the 2 water entities from our decks, which should rechill. Okay. And now what this is doing is it's allowing us to thin our decks of the water energy, so that when we see a card from Radiant Greninja to discard an energy and draw 2 cards, we're more likely to discard something that we are drawn to something that we want. So we're gonna Pokestop first to try to find some item cards. We found a Nest Ball and an Ultra Ball. So we're gonna use the Ultra Ball with one of the energies to get up the Doof. Okay, and then we're gonna use our Nest Ball to get a second Bidoof. So now we're all set up for next turn. We can use our concealed cards, draw 2 more cards. Now we got Super Energy Retrieval, which is nice. We can use Hisui and Heavy Ball to check out prizes. We have 2 Champions priced. It's pretty nice for us. We have an Uro, Rare Candy, Pokestop, Energy. Right? So we can, we have prize now. An important skill to learn the prize deck. I'll admit that I'm newer at the game. I've only been playing for a couple of months, and I sometimes get lazy where I just think, okay, this flow of play is pretty simple, and I forget to check what I have prized, and sometimes I make the mistake of thinking I have something and I don't. So it's really good and important to go through your deck and make sure you know what your counts are, like what prizes you have. If you're using Limitless or anything like that, you can actually Limitless has a feature where you can input a deck list and then convert it into a picture. So if you have a second monitor, you can just have a picture of your deck on your second monitor, and it gives you, you know, quick access to know what you have, and it's pretty useful that way. So I think for next turn, our first priority here is going to be getting the barrel in play, and then trying to find a Baxcalibur Rare Candy. It's a bit of an ask, but I don't think our opponent has much they can do. They switched onto the Radiant Charizard, which I don't think is the best move for them either. I think they were scared I was going to kill their Growlithe, and they might have had an Arcanine. But I don't think they have another switch to get the Radiant Charizard out. So it's kind of stuck in the act of doing nothing while we set up, which is good for us, right? It seems like our music stopped. That's unfortunate, so it's, you know. Let's just go to the Glitchxcity live playlist here. So I'm putting experience share down, so maybe they do have a switch or something. Not sure. Looks like they're playing the default deck. They uploaded on a Arcanine. So I kind of want to do a couple things here. It'd be nice to get Radiant Greninja to be able to. So first I want you to reach out. also want to be able to discard one of the energy to find a back scalper or a B barrel. Let's go back first, because then we can spin our Pokestops and do our concealed cards. See if we hit rare candy. You get Earthen Vessel, you know, gets us more of our energy at the deck. And then we're gonna use Ultra Ball to get up a barrel here, so we can draw some cards with it. We're gonna use Super Rod to get Chen Pao and energy back to the deck. Debating using the energy retrieval to draw the most amount of cards, but I think it's better to just draw 2 up barrel. Okay, so we don't get what we want, just unfortunate. We're just gonna have to pass the turn here. You could argue that it might have been better for me to get double the barrel out so I could dig more, but I think trying to have the bouncing hand was nice. This is one of those games where our opponent's gonna put themselves in a tough position. Like, they have a bid set up, but you know, they've locked themselves into the Radiant Terminator or Charizard, so they don't have really anything that they can do to threaten us. They've used a switch, so I'm not sure if their deck plays more than one switch. So it's kind of just stuck there until we do something about it, or until next turn when they can attach and retreat. So like, if I was them, like last turn, you know, they could have used Raging Claws for 30 damage, right? Which is better than nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna Shivery Chill. And conceal cards. Wow, I just can't get the rare candy, can I? Shivas. Oh, no rare candy for me, I guess. Manually attach. No rare candy in my thing either. I'm gonna throw Iron Hands back, just in case I want that later. I'm gonna pass the turn. This is kind of annoying that we're not getting anything we need. Especially when our opponents have such a slow game. There you go. The deck is down to 19, so odds that we might be able to hit something. At the very least, we can, you know, get a water energy next turn and do a Hail Blade for knockout, probably. But Okay, well there's our rare candy. So we get the Excalibur. Also, I made a mistake when I put back the lightning energy. You never want to do that. You want to have your lightning in your graveyard for times like these where so I'm gonna do that. And I'm also gonna do it again. Get the rest of these to throw. Two onto these two. Oh, I guess it's a Terra. Do not realize that it's a Terra evolution Arcanine. So, sort of annoying. So, the reason really good as a tactic work good is that certain EX Pokemon have the Terra typing, which means they can't get damaged from Pokemon's damage on the bench. It's like a Manaphy, but only for them. So if we look at the card again, I wonder if it tells you. It doesn't give you a very good. It cuts it off, but it's protected from attacks, essentially. So our opponent doesn't have energy, so the most they can do is raising class here, which is not great for them. Because with 4 we're doing 240, but with an increase it's doing 480. Right? So we can just retreat Xianpao, draw a couple cards with the barrel, Hail Blade for 480 here. But we actually only need 3 to do 360 to get the knockout. I think their opponent made a really big mistake using their switch so early on to trap themselves into the Radiant Treasure. Because it left them with little option to attack. I think they had the Maltras in play too, right? So they have the Maltras. They could have done and started doing Infernal Wings or 1 energy. It has 20 damage or 90 damage if it has damage counters on it, right? It would have been much harder for us to deal with one of those as opposed to as opposed to the Radiant Charizard that can attack for the entire time, right? And I think we can just Moonlight Shuriken for a game with the weaknesses here. Yeah. So give our opponent a thumbs up. Okay, and that's our second win of the account. We had a rare candy prize, of course. We only run 3, so that's probably why we had so much trouble finding one. We get to level 3. We got some points. We got cosmetic rewards. And we get a new ladder rank of 20. We get rank 1 in Temporal Forces. So all the rewards are retroactive. So whenever we unlock the premium battle pass, everything that we've already unlocked to that point, we still get. So there's no reason for us not to take the rewards now. You know, it doesn't hurt us at all. It's a nice looking shift tree. Right? It doesn't hurt us at all. Like, we can take our rewards whenever we want. And our goal right now is to win the next 2 games to get into Pikachu League, so we can get our premium battle pass and get more cards and goodies. I think for the next episode, I think I'll stop this episode once we get into Pokemon League, and then for the next episode, I'll go ahead and I'll choose another deck with our credits. Maybe one of the Battle Pass decks. We'll choose one of those and we'll upgrade one of those. Because, you know, that's a good way to have some fun too. It's like, you don't have to stick with one deck. If you're looking to improve faster, it can be easier if you're sticking with one deck because you get used to all the matchups. But I'm one of those people that likes to play a lot of decks at once. So, you know, now that we have the Champion deck, like, what else can we build? Right? Now, one of the major meta decks right now is Charizard. Well, we have part of a Charizard deck. Can we make it better? I think Charizard is a pretty good deck for beginners because it's like complex but simple at the same time. You know, the mirror match is a really big skill based matchup, but you know, a lot of the times you're just getting your Charizard out there and attacking with Charizard. It's pretty easy to pilot. You know, we can take a look at some of the better decks in the format. I think also the Giratina is doing really well. It can be really fun, right? Like there's a lot of fun decks you can play, and there's a lot of decks that aren't necessarily the most competitive, but every deck is kind of competitive if you know how to play it properly, right? Some decks are easier to play than others, but you know, it's just how the game is. Like some decks are better than others, and you know, I think as we're progressing on with this series, we can explore some of the new decks. You know, the resource managements, etc. So like I was saying right now, one of the things we want to do, the unfortunate part about playing To be honest, we can't really donk anyone. We're not a donk deck. Like we can't one trap someone. You know, oh wait, no, I have Shinpao. So I can get Radiant Ninja and then draw cards from Super Rachel as one of the first things that we do here. Place down the Pokestop. We'll draw our 2 cards. That's pretty good. We'll use the Poffin to get double Frugibacks. No attach per turn. And then we'll play our Pokestop. We'll get a Nest Ball. So we'll get our last Bidoof. Actually, I don't know what we're playing, so let's go for an Iron Bundle. In case you want to swap out their active. Okay, and then we can leave it like that. Odds are my opponent might have just AFK'd here, which is unfortunate for them, but you know. So our opponent seems to be okay, so we can just be chill and attack for the win. We don't need the 2 energy, but I'm gonna put the 2 by habit. Instead of clicking. And then the Hail Blade. Okay, we're one step closer to getting our Pokeball League and getting our Battle Pass. Okay, so we'll do one more game. I think you get 10 regardless in your P2 beginner tiers for playing, so. You know, my goal from the series is not to like bully the beginner tiers and, you know, climb the arches as possible. Like, my goal is to do what I can to teach everyone what's new, like how I approach learning the game and getting started, and how I think it'll be helpful for you to approach learning the game, getting started. And one of the first things that we want to do is we want to get access to cards, and one of the best ways of doing that is to climb the ladder and do our dailies and get our battle pass rewards, right? So once we get access to cards and credits, like eventually, like it's not as big of a deal for us to do these ladder games, you know. Then what I like to do is transition into doing tournament grinding, like practicing a lot in tournaments, because I think the overall level of competition is better, and like, you know, the ladder becomes the place to get shiny things, which shiny things are nice, but so we're up against the Lost Box, maybe Tina. I think this is the Garatina starter deck though, so it's probably what we're facing. But yeah, I mean, you know, in order for new players to be able to get started, this is kind of what we have to do. And like, the best thing about PTCGLive is that there's quite little that you have to do to get started. You don't have to buy any cards. You don't have to, well, you have to buy cards, but you don't have to buy any like uh, spend physical money to get started in the game. You just have to start playing and know how to spend your gems and your credits wisely. Okay, so my Greninja is prized, which is a pain. So we're gonna grab the rare candy. And I'm sweating so much that I can't even do this. We're gonna use our Chempal to get energy from our deck. And we're gonna use this energy to play the Ultra Ball. And we're probably gonna get another Frigid back, just in case they KO the first one, because we want to get that down. Baxcalibur down as fast as possible. Want to guarantee that Baxcalibur if we can, because then we can start swinging with the next turn. Opponent uses Chorus. This deck works by using the Lost Zone. You can find your Lost Zone opponents here. The main card number they're trying to get is 7 and 10. So for 10, they can use Lost Mine, which lets them put 12 damage counters or 120 damage anywhere they like. With damage counters, so damage in this game is literally just a divide by 10 formula. So, you know, Chen Pao can take 22 damage counters or 220 damage. Confe can take 7 damage counters or 70 damage. Bridgeback can take 6 damage counters or 60 damage, right? That makes it a lot easier for you to do the math if you just remove the zeros and count damage counters if you're having trouble with the math. So like for Hail Blade, if we remove the zeros, it's 6 damage counters times the number of energy, and this attack does 6 damage counters for each energy card you discard from your Pokemon you play. Right. Might make the damage or the calculations a little bit easier for some. Or if you're younger and you don't understand times table as much, you know, you can just count it. You don't have to worry about what the thing says. You know, you just have someone read it to you and count it out. Right? How do I want to do this? I think I want to get down something here. Like a Bidoof. And then energy retrieval for the 4. and kill the Confe. The reason I'm eating the 2 energies in my hand is because I don't know what his response to this play will be. I might get Ninja's prize, but if we pick up our Ninja here, hold energy in hand. We don't, because aside from the axe, which is pretty good too. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the washroom and mute my mic. Okay, I'm back, so let's see what happened. Looks like they're destroying us now, because I probably missed a few turns. It's unfortunate. spin my stop. Aw, damn it. Give him a bit better because I'm trying to draw cards here. My fucking laptop thing is not working because I have water mountains over it. Shit. Ah, for fuck. Great. Lovely. Thank you, Watermelon. Looks like it's decided it wants to work now. Which is great, but I think it's too late for us. So I'm just gonna concede this game. Okay, cool. Level 4 received. We get credits. Woohoo. I think we gotta do one more match because it wants us to win. Great. I missed that tournament too. Wonderful. I love Nada. Oh, they just conceded to me, so I get to win. And get into the league and get our battle pass and get started. Okay. So as you can see, we got a frustrating experience. But you can get your 4 wins, get out of Quick Ball. Get into Pokeball, you get some nice little shoes. And then you go to your Battle Pass. And you go get Premium Pass. And you confirm the exchange. And you get this. Weird Iron Valiant list. Okay. But we get all these rewards. So I'm gonna end off the first episode here, and I'm going to give you guys a poll. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna show you something first. Whoops. Okay. Let me go back to copy the deck. And show you that if I import Simpa deck that we've already made, some of the cards would say that we don't have it. But if we click this, we do have them. It's just these ones. So you gotta get rid of this. Then let's fork out, I like to leave one in the deck. So I can just do this and then get rid of that and then I'll go like that. Right? And then that'll fix that issue there. And then, that can be one of the things that you have problems with when you're making decks. Delete this and then go to the shop. Since I'm not sure how frequent I'm going to be updating these videos, I want to show you guys this. So we go to bundles and we go all the way down to July of 2022. April, June, July of 2022. The Shadow Rider Calyrex VX got that for 1,250 gems. Once you get your battle pass, you want to get 2 of these. And every time you redeem these, you get 4,500 credits. And that way, you always have a good supply of credits for making decks that you want. I think that is the fastest way for a free-to-play player to get credits without having to spend money on codes. Okay, so I'm going to end the video here. Thank you.